this is Shiro Jack, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. As you can see, we have rescued Zelda, and we are fixing to move deeper into the secret passage of the castle. Oh, she wasn't kidding, it really is dark in here. Ah, I hear rats. Where are the rats? Oops, that's the start menu. There we go, now we can see. Contrary to belief, lighting all the torches doesn't do anything other than light up the room, so I'm just gonna do it just for fun and so you can see. Like I said in the last video, I really grew up on this game but never beat it. I'll explain why that was when I got there, but a little interesting backstory. You might remember I mentioned something about the circlet in the eyes. I never saw those when I had the Super Nintendo. I thought the circlet was his face. I mean, I don't know what it was about the circlet, but I just always thought that was his one eye or something. Actually, I thought the circlet was his mouth. There was so much to it that I just never really thought about it. I only saw his eye for the first time like a couple years ago or so. As we see here, we have our next treasure chest, and in it is... we got a key! And we also see the first bats. Nah, I know I'm not talking much, but there's not much to say here. I'm always careful, what are you talking about? Rats, 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 and more rats. Then again, what can you expect from a sewer? Well, we're rich already. We're gonna need the rupees, though. In we go. I know it seems like I'm not saying much now, but I'm sure once we get out of here, I'm sure there'll be a lot to say. So just bear with me, please. Oh, it's so dark in here. Oh, good grief. Enemies scattering. Ow. Jeez. Now the rat over here is holding a key. For some reason the light carries over into the next room, and I'm never sure why. I ain't complaining though. So, I'm recording this on a Sunday. I've just gotten out of church, and I'm watching the Cowboys game. Go Cowboys! Oh yeah, I just revealed. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm not an elitist, so don't go thinking I'm one of those fans. Anyway, this wall over here. Obviously, we don't have anything that can open it yet, but at the risk of spoiling, it's not just bombs that can open this type, but the Pegasus shoes. I'll be sure to show that off when I get them. And yes, there is a way to get back in here, because the way behind us will close up once we go past a certain point. Rats, rats, and more rats. Ah, come here. Jeez, you're really being buggers, aren't you? Which switch? Now, this is the wrong switch, but I'm gonna pull it just to show up what happens. It's a trap and it drops snakes. These snakes... well, every monster can be killed with one spin attack, but it takes 2 normal sword swings to kill a snake. You have to pull the lever to open the door, hold the R button, and press down. Someone pointed out that they were snakes, and for the longest time you wouldn't think that's what they were just by looking at them, but that's actually what they are. I never quite figured out what they were either. And we're in. And welcome to the sanctuary. And here's the old stage talking. Yeah, we rescued her. Oh, I'm sure they will, because it's a Zelda game. They always know peace after we finish it. Don't worry, I'll do it. This is the sage talking again. And the Master Sword made its debut here in this game as well. The Village Elder, huh? Yeah, they were looking for me when I first got to the castle. Yep, I understand. Now, in this treasure chest here, we get a heart container! No boss, no weapon, but no boss, no item, but we still get a heart container. Thanks for the encouragement, Zelda. Have I ever said how much I love the music in here? I remember when I was a kid that sometimes I would just stand here just to listen to the music. I don't know why. This music is memorable. And speaking of music, we have the Hyrule Overworld theme. It's been the most epic to this game of the series. It's been my favorite. Pretty much, Link to the Past is my favorite game out of the entire series just because I grew up on it. Anyway, what you want to do is head off to the left here first, because there's not much you can do just yet. As you can see, this way is Kakariko Village, so let's get on with it. I do plan on getting as many heart pieces as I can, so I'll be sure to take some time out of the way to go in there. But in here we have a fortune teller. What he does is, if you want him to tell your fortune, you pay 10 to 30 rupees, and he gives you a hint about where to find items or where to go to next progress. 30 rupees is the most he'll ask for, and he'll also refill your hearts. Not a bad deal. Kakariko Village. Let's go. Oh, Kakariko Village. This is also the first place where the Kakariko Village music debuted, and it's another sample of music that I really love from this game. Oh, we're on the wanted list now? You gotta be kidding. Wait, this is the house, isn't it? Yeah, it is, but is this really the Elder? Well, can you tell us about the Master Sword? Or the Elder, I mean? Oh, really? Yeah, tell us about the Master Sword. Wait, we aren't the Hylians now? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I get it. Thank you, madam. And now, while we're here, let's do some exploring. What's this? Yo, Link, this house used to be a hideout for a gang of thieves. What was their leader's name? Oh yeah, his name was Blonde and he really hated bright light. Remember that, that'll be important way later. And in here we have a first instance of a block puzzle. Now, I remember I used to ace this as a child. Let's see if I still got it. This way, this one, and this one. 3 of the 4 chests right there. Oh yeah, I still got it! Wow, we're filling up on rupees, but like I said before, we're gonna need them. And this is another instance of a bombable wall. You can tell which walls are bombable by tapping the wall with your sword. Ones that you can bomb will be more hollow. But unfortunately we can't do anything else right here for now, so let's just scram. Wait a second. This ain't no dungeon, what are you talking about? Ooh, this looks like a merchant. Let's talk to him. He looks like a monkey. You, sir, have you been going through life without one of my hold anything bottles? Well, step right up and make your life complete. I've got one on sale for the low price of 100 rupees. What do you say? Interested? Yeah, sure, I'll take one. Goodbye, thanks a lot. Now, hold it above your head for the whole world to see, okay? It's good for business. We got a magic bottle. We can store an item inside, then use it for later. Those bottles will be lifesavers if you know what to put them in. Hi, old lady, what can you tell us? What? Ugh. I guess she doesn't trust us enough still. That's the only time in the game that music appears, although there was a remade version of it for the game Legend of Four Swords Adventures. This old lady, what's she have to say?
Oh, Link, someone's been spreading rumors saying you kidnapped the princess. But I still trust you.
Well, it's good to know there are people that still do trust us. What do you have to say? Hey, where are you going? Well, he didn't call soldiers, so I guess he's just scared of us. Oh, why is this kid in bed? I can't go out because I'm sick. People say I caught this cold from the evil air that's coming down off the mountain. This is my bug catching net. I'll use it when I'm better, but for now I'll lend it to you. Cool! We borrowed the bug catching net. There may be some other things we could catch it with it too. If you try to talk to this kid before we have a bottle, he won't give you the net. And speaking of bottles, in here, there's a little secret, and we can net our second bottle. There are 4 total bottles. In the Super Nintendo version, the bottle was somewhere in the bottom left corner, and if you selected the bottle, a little sub-menu of the 4 bottles would come up and you could select your individual bottle from there. They definitely simplified the menu here. If you try to use the bottle with nothing in it, nothing will happen. So for now, let's just get our boomerang back out and do a little bit more exploring. Who's this kid? Hi, Link. Who, the old guy? You mean the elder? Okay, we don't tell any of the bad guys about this. He's hiding in the palace, past the castle. I'll mark the spot on your map. That's a long ways to go. But what would a Zelda game be without adventure? Okay guys, I think I've done enough for now, so next video we'll do a little bit more exploring and then we might head off to the palace. Thanks for watching!